Once upon a time, in a valley where the sky touched the mountains, there stood a rainbow bridge that appeared only when someone with a pure heart crossed the river below. But no one had seen it for many years, because a dragon guarded the river, and everyone believed that dragon was dangerous. Travelers turned back, villagers whispered in fear, and the rainbow bridge slowly became a forgotten legend. But one evening, a young boy named Aaron stood at the edge of the river and heard something strange. He did not hear roaring. He heard crying. Yes, the dragon everyone feared was crying in the shadows. And what Aaron discovered that night would change the entire valley forever. Before we continue, if you love magical stories with deep lessons and surprising endings, make sure you subscribe to Golden Storybell and stay till the end, because this story has a twist that will touch your heart and a moment of courage you will never forget. Aaron was not the bravest boy in the village. In fact, he was known for being small and quiet. But he had something many others did not have. He listened. And that night, as the sky turned purple and the river reflected the fading sun, he heard the dragon's quiet sobs again. Everyone in the village had always said, "Never go near the river. The dragon will burn you." But Aaron took a deep breath and stepped forward anyway. He did not carry a sword. He carried a small lantern and a loaf of bread. As he walked closer, he saw the dragon curled near the rocks, its massive wings folded tightly. Its eyes filled not with anger, but sadness. The dragon looked up and growled softly, more out of fear than threat. Aaron's heart pounded, but he remembered something his mother always said: kindness is stronger than fear. So instead of running, he placed the bread on a rock and stepped back. I heard you crying," he said gently. "Are you hurt?" The dragon blinked, confused. No one had ever asked that before. For years, travelers had thrown stones, villagers had shouted curses, and hunters had tried to drive it away. No one had asked if it was hurt. Slowly, the dragon lowered its head and revealed a heavy iron chain wrapped around one wing. The chain was old, rusted, and deeply embedded in the dragon's scales. Long ago, a greedy king had captured the dragon to control the rainbow bridge. He believed that whoever controlled the bridge would control the magic of the valley. But the magic did not obey greed. The rainbow bridge only appeared for acts of honesty and courage. When the king realized he could not control it, he left the dragon chained near the river, hoping fear alone would keep people away. Years passed. The king disappeared, but the dragon remained, trapped and alone, blamed for something it never chose. Aaron felt anger rise in his chest, not toward the dragon, but toward the unfairness of it all. "You're not guarding the bridge," he whispered. "You're a prisoner." The dragon closed its eyes slowly, as if relieved someone finally understood. Aaron knew the chain was too heavy for him to break alone. But he also knew something else. If the rainbow bridge appeared only for pure hearts and brave actions, maybe helping the dragon was the key. He returned to the village and told everyone the truth. But they laughed. "A crying dragon," they said. "You're just a child. Dragons trick people." Some were too afraid. Some were too proud. No one wanted to help. So Aaron went back alone. Night after night, he brought tools, water, and food. He spoke to the dragon. He cleaned the wound around the chain. He did not give up. One evening, a group of travelers came to the river. They were cruel and greedy, searching for treasure they believed lay beyond the rainbow bridge. When they saw Aaron helping the dragon, they mocked him. "Move aside, boy," they said. "We'll deal with this beast." They raised their weapons not to free the dragon, but to force it to reveal the bridge. Something inside Aaron changed. He was scared, yes, but he stood in front of the dragon anyway. "No," he said. His voice shook, but he did not move. "This dragon isn't your enemy, and you won't hurt it." The travelers laughed again and stepped forward. But just as they did, the sky above the river began to glow. A soft light stretched across the water, and slowly, a rainbow bridge formed from one side of the valley to the other. The travelers gasped. "The bridge!" they shouted. They rushed forward to cross it. But the moment their feet touched the glowing colors, the bridge faded. They fell into the shallow river, soaked and furious. The light returned again. But this time, it shined only around Aaron and the dragon. The bridge appeared stronger, brighter than ever before. The dragon looked at Aaron with wide eyes. The chain around its wing began to glow and crack. The magic of honesty, courage, and kindness was stronger than any iron. With one final burst of light, the chain shattered. The dragon stretched its wings for the first time in years. But instead of flying away, it lowered its head to Aaron in gratitude. The travelers, embarrassed and angry, tried one last time to cross the bridge. But the dragon rose and blocked them, not with fire, but with a powerful roar that echoed with truth. The bridge does not appear for greedy hearts. The roar seemed to say, only for those who help others without expecting reward. The travelers left, ashamed and empty-handed. From that day on, the dragon did not guard the bridge with fear. It protected the valley with wisdom. And the rainbow bridge appeared whenever someone chose courage over comfort, honesty over lies, and kindness over selfishness. Years later, the valley became a place of hope. People traveled not for treasure, but for healing and growth. And every time someone crossed the bridge, they remembered the boy who listened to a dragon's tears instead of believing rumors. They remembered that true strength is not loud or violent. True strength is standing up for what is right, even when you stand alone. And sometimes the creature everyone fears is the one who needs help the most. So here's a question for you. If you heard someone crying where everyone else heard roaring, would you walk closer or walk away? If this story touched your heart, write courage in the comments so I know you stayed till the end. And share this story with someone who needs a reminder that kindness creates real magic. This is Golden Storybell, where every story carries a spark of truth, and every listener becomes part of the magic.